Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Huddle. I hear your jokes. Man, this is my winter white. Leave me alone, okay? But you can get you a TLC hoodie at Cross Colors. All you got to do is go to our website first, get that 10% off discount code. You'll be in business. All right, let's talk a little football now. Back down memory lane one more time. The year, 2018. The team, North Carolina A&T. A 15-game win streak. The bad news, Morgan State Bears come to town. And what happened? Not so fast.
BB&T Stadium in Greensboro, North Carolina is the backdrop for this instant HBCU Classic as the Aggies of North Carolina A&T in their 15-game winning streak hosted the Baltimore Bears of Morgan State, who have gone 1-13 in the same time span as Aggies 15 straight. And as our Tolly Carr said earlier this week, this was the trap game of all trap games. And it was just that, trap. Now go ahead and marinate on that for a second. A great play fake from Lamar Renard that had me and Morgan State's defense fooled. He finds Leroy Hill, who barrels into the end zone for 6. Aggies may be a little cocky. They went for 2 and didn't convert. It's 6-0 Aggies in the second quarter. Next drive, Morgan State was like, nah, Mo. They used a balanced attack to get downfield, and quarterback DeAndre Harris dives into the end zone from 10 yards out. They complete the point after attempt and go up by 1, 6-7, and that was the score at halftime. And just like Morgan's football team, their band says when you got an opportunity, you got to jump on it. Now, I was all prepared to come up with a line about how Morgan State's band was keeping it close with A&T's band just like on the field, but no cap, this was one of the best Blue and Gold Marching Machine halftime shows I've ever seen. The Aggies on a long march down the field to try to win the game. Khalil Carter in at quarterback, but the Morgan secondary comes up with stop after stop after stop. I mean, my game ball goes to the entire Morgan State Bears secondary. They did a remarkable job. They forced A&T to try for the go-ahead field goal, and Noel Ruiz from 43 is wide right. Aggies miss a golden opportunity to take the lead, and this game is still tied late in the fourth quarter. Now, Morgan State has the rock and control of the clock. Deontay White catches this one for 13 yards to get them into field goal range. They take the clock all the way down to 2 seconds before attempting the possible game-winning, streak-ending field goal. The Morgan State Bears, arms locked together, counting on Alex Iceman Raya, and the snap, the hold, the kick, and the celebration. Morgan State shocks the HBCU football world by ending North Carolina A&T's 15-game winning streak in the doghouse, and after the game, Morgan State was ready to let everyone know that this was only a shock to people outside of their locker room in Baltimore.
I'm trying to tell him. That's good. It's all conference.
Ocho Cinco, what up? What up, Ocho Cinco, what up?
Ain't no shock the world, man. We knew we gonna win, man. We knew we got a great team, man. We gonna win this game, man. We knew we were gonna win this game, man. The streak is over.
Who saw that coming? And then a couple of weeks later, FAMU in town? Same.
Florida A&M.
Rivalries, baby, we here.
North Carolina A&T.
Game day, baby. It's game day. Yes, sir.
The winner takes control of first place in the MEAC. Now for the youngsters out there, this rivalry used to be that thing back in the day, boy, let me tell you. And this year's FAMU A&T showdown felt just like the old days, as both teams are back on top of the MEAC mountain, and they treated fans in Greensboro to an instant black college classic. And the Aggies got things popping right from jump. Malik Wilson takes the opening kickoff to the house like the streetlights were about to come on. 100 yards, 15 seconds, 7-0 Aggies. The Aggie D steps up to bat next as Tamondre Abram lets us know he's a true go-getter. He goes up and intercepts this Ryan Stanley pass. Later in the first quarter, the Dogs bite again. This time, Lamar Renard finds Zach Leslie on a slant. He slips past an arm tackle, and 38 yards later, it's 14-0. Aggies on top of the Rattlers. Markel Cartwright with a nice run and is almost out of bounds when Herman Jackson gets the strip, the scoop, and if you can't tell by the FAMU sideline going ham, he also gets the score. The Rattlers are on the board, but down 14-6. The Aggies get a pump block that gives them great field position, and Lamar Renard wastes no time finding Zachary Leslie in the corner for his second score of the half, 21-6, A&T at the half. Second half, FAMU slithers down the field on a long 16-play drive that culminates with this Azande Ray 5-yard touchdown. The Rattlers close the gap, 21-13, and you might want to buckle up because this fourth quarter was a wild one. First, we got to take a second to appreciate the shakes that Azande Ray puts on not one but two Aggie defenders. I'm not even sure what you call that second move, but I liked it. Those moves were a part of another long FAMU drive, and they look to inch even closer with a field goal, but Yaya Ali misses the 44-yard attempt, and the Aggies are still up 8. The Rattler D does make a big stop. Ryan Stanley and crew get the ball back looking to gain some ground on the scoreboard, but they're facing a 3rd and 13 when Ryan Stanley finds Professor X, Xavier Smith, who dives for the first down marker, but he's caught just inches shy of the first. Fam picks it up on this 4th down run from Ricky Henryless, and the drive is alive. Couple plays later, Ryan Stanley finds Chad the touchdown hunter, who sidesteps an Aggie and dives for the end zone for 6. That makes the score 21-19, but not so fast, young fella. You got to get back out there and try to tie this ball game up. A little trickery on the two-pointer. Marcus Williams gets the end-around pitch from the running back direct snap, and whoever said that football is a game of inches ain't never lied, because I couldn't tell if he crossed the goal line or not. Both teams have opposing reactions, but the official call is no good. Aggies still up 2 after the failed conversion, 6:13 left on the clock, and the Aggies still need to make some plays to get up out of here with the dub. But the story of this game was really FAMU's D showing up when they needed to. They force a punt and give their offense 3 minutes to get down in the field goal range. The Aggies will give them some help though. Derek Williams clearly gets a hold of Xavier Smith's jersey here. That's a pass interference penalty, which sets up Ocho Cuatro for this 19-yard gain, which gets Yaya Ali in a much more comfortable kicking position. And from 26 yards out, 10 seconds on the clock, Ali drills the go-ahead field goal, and the Rattlers sideline is jumping around like Cypress Hill is playing. But hold up, there's still 4 seconds left, and anything can happen, and it almost did. Aggies with a nice pitch play from Malik Williams, who gets a bunch of yards, but he runs out of blockers, and that's all she wrote. FAMU 22, A&T 21. Rattlers, welcome to first place in the MEAC.
They tried us, bro. And we came out here and took over, man. Yeah, man. We the real MEAC. Chill.
Feel crazy, man. Last second win like that just goes to show, man. Keep fighting, keep chasing your dream. You're gonna get it.
Let them know. FAMU back, boys. We coming for everything. We back. MEAC championship. Just back.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Let's go back to 2017 CIAA championship game. Virginia State, Bowie State, ballers on the field. Let's run up the score.
It's game day in the DMV. We had the M versus the V as Bowie State came down from Maryland looking to upset Virginia State's homecoming festivities and a battle of undefeateds in the CIAA North. Now, Petersburg was ultra lit for homecoming. The stands were packed on both sides. The bands were sporting their fiercest mean mugs. And my man's right here just came up out of the shirt just cuz. And is now the official HBCU Millie Rock champ until further notice. And if a top-notch HBCU homecoming atmosphere ain't enough to get hype about, we had the top 2 offenses in the CIAA and a couple Player of the Year candidates, and Bowie State's gunslinger Amir Hall going score for score with the fastest man in the DMV, Trenton Cannon. So put some mumbo sauce on those wings, cause this game was tough, Mo, on my mother, Slim. First quarter, Trenton Cannon shoots up the middle, shakes past a few Bulldog defenders, and goes 48 yards before somebody's able to get a hold of him. 2 plays later, Cordero Cook taking it in from 3 yards out. The Trojans miss the extra point and are on the board first, 6-0. But here comes Bowie. Amir Hall finding Gordon Clark for a 24-yard score. Bowie makes their extra point and takes a narrow 7-6 lead. On the very first play of Virginia State's next drive, the Cannon makes sure that lead is short-lived as he takes the pitch up the sideline and chucks the deuces like Chris Brown and Tiger in 2010. Trent Cannon, 93-yard touchdown. Virginia State back up 13-7. A 3-and-out by the Trojan D gives VSU the ball back, and Cordero Cook hits Zachary Parker with the quick screen, and Zach does the rest. Manages to stay on his feet, sticks one stiff arm, pulls a DJ Khaled, another one he's dragged down at the 2. Blair Wynn punches it in to give the Tigers the 20-7 lead and get Zach Parker the big play chain. Early second quarter, Amir Hall getting the Bulldogs back in it. He hits the diamond from Sierra Leone Lansana Cisse on a post route for a 23-yard touchdown. Bowie, right back in it, down 20-14. Trojans Cordero Cook finds tight end Carlton Campbell wide open for a 55-yard pad flapping in the Sweet Virginia Breeze touchdown. That score makes it 27-14, Virginia State over Bowie. The Bulldogs looking to clap back. They go on a long drive down the field, finished off by this 7-yard rollout score from Amir Hall to Brandon Britton. Amir Hall's 3rd touchdown pass of the half. Now Virginia State and Bowie State were going back and forth on the field, but their fans were going back and forth in the stands too. This crowd was too turned out there in Petersburg for homecoming, I swear. We had another baller alert on the sideline this week. I caught up with former Bowie playmaker Naimi Mans on the sideline looking like he was ready to put the 8 back on.
Man, it feel good, man. It's an honor to be back, you know what I'm saying, watch my alma mater do their thing, man. Always a pleasure.
They're not going to sneak you in a jersey today, are they?
Hey, man, they do, man. I'm going out there and make plays, man.
And you know he would, too. All that man did was make big plays. The offense is cool off a bit before the half. VSU gets another big stop as Will Adam picks off Amir Hall, keeping the score 27-21 in favor of the Trojans going into halftime. Third quarter, the Virginia State defense shows up, leading to back-to-back Trojan scores early in the 4th. Quarterback Cordero Cook stretches across the goal line for 6, giving VSU a 33-21 lead. Cook, back at it again, this time through the air, finds a wide-open Josh Harris for another touchdown. Let's make that 41-21 Virginia State.
Hey, read it. Let's go. We #1. Let's go. Read it.
Amir Hall not going to go gentle into that good night. Hall rages against the dying of the light with this 15-yard strike to Brandon Britton. Bulldogs still down, 41-28. They still have a glimmer of hope, but that gets quickly stamped out by Cordero Cook and this 55-yard scramble. Cordero cooks up 5 total touchdowns in this one, 2 in the air, 3 on the ground. Big day for the Trojan signal caller. Amir Hall gives us his 5th and final touchdown on this 17-yarder to Deron Smith, but that's where the shootout ends. 47-35 Virginia State. Trojans get the big win on homecoming, stay undefeated, and officially take control of the CIAA North.
That's 6-0, man. 6-0. See you in Salem.
And who takes the lead?
Oh yeah, the Trojans had some words for us at HBCU Game Day about our Twitter pick for this week.
What did I say that was going to beat us? Go undefeated? Hell no.
Don't come at my neck, Trojans. Remember to send all that smoke to @StephenJ.Gaither on Twitter. I'm like Mary J out here, baby. I don't want no drama with these boys.
Hey, HBCU Gameday, we over state. See you. Hey, we the truth. We the truth. Y'all better recognize.
Trent Cannon finishes this game with 234 yards and a touchdown. He's the leading rusher in the CIAA and 5th in yards per game in Division II football. And as his coach Reggie Barlow so eloquently stated, Trent Cannon is good.
Trent Cannon is good. He's an NFL running back. I played in that league for 8 years. Played with some really good running backs, and Trent Cannon is he's an NFL guy.
Feel good. I seen my team working, and we all came together, defense and the offense. Defense did a great job out there. We came together as the offense. My old line was blocking for me, and I just found the hole and hit it, and we made it happen.
Bro, and you ain't eating nothing special before these games. What are you doing before you come out here to play?
I just turned up with my team. That's it. I just turned up with my team. Do the same thing. I didn't do anything special.
His ass get out of here. We don't want to see him no more. Good job, boy.
I ain't do anything special. I was just ready. We prepared all week as a team, you know. And we came out here and worked. Hey, good game, bro. Good game, man. Already. Keep it up, man. We came out here as a team and executed what we practiced all week, and it turned out on our favor.
Welcome back, everyone. Just last season, the granddaddy of them all, the Bayou Classic. On the line, not only bragging rights, but a trip to the Celebration Bowl. And that game was that close.
This is the 46th annual Bayou Classic, Southern and Grambling, a game that's near and dear to my heart. This time, it's for the West. 3rd year in a row that this game has been who decides who goes to the SWAC championship to face off against Alcorn a week from today. Got a lot of action we're looking at. Grambling has been the hottest team in the conference. They've won 6 in a row after the start of the season, 0-4. Southern has also been hot, starting the season at 1-3. They're coming in with a 7-4 record with a 1 blemish on their record to Alcorn State in conference. Today is going to be key. Hick Bottom versus Skelton. The Grambling defense versus the Southern's offense. Special teams, how will that play out? Today, a Western Division champion will be decided, and it will be between the two in-state rivals, Southern and Grambling. 46th annual Bayou Classic. It goes down in New Orleans, Louisiana. You had the Southern University Jaguars coming in with a record of 7-4. Grambling State Tigers started the season 0-4, won 6 straight. Coming into the Bayou Classic, winner goes on to face Alcorn State in the SWAC championship game. Grambling starts off quickly, jumps out to a 21-3 lead. Southern comes chipping back. We go into the half. Grambling leading 21-17. Second half, all Southern in the 3rd quarter. They go into the 4th quarter. They take the lead 28-24. Then Grambling comes back. It all comes back down to special teams at the end. The biggest impact on the game, 3 block kicks for Southern against Grambling, including the game winner. Southern holds on 30-28. The Jags are headed to Lorman, Mississippi next week to face off against Alcorn State in a rematch from the 2018 SWAC championship game. Winner heads to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl.
Loretta, when we were down, offense made a play. I thought the pass by completion by Hunter Register really gave us some momentum and woke us up. But I mean, it's been like that the month of November. I think when you watch us play, you talk about the character and the heartbeat of a football team. I think every coach would love to coach a team that just fight. Regardless of the adversity that they're going through, it's just fight.
no matter how much we get down, we still have a fighting chance. I mean, down 21-3, anybody else who hang the half down, we're still on the sidelines, talking about we still living. So it just shows our composure as a team. Even though we're down, they have enough heart to stay poised. They have enough heart to stay calm and remember their assignment and just do their assignment to the best of their ability. Great people do that.
What a ball game here in New Orleans, the 46th annual Bayou Classic, and it came down to the wire. Grambling jumped off to a 21-3 lead. Southern came storming back. Then we went back and forth, all the way into the fourth quarter. You got Grambling taking the ball with 3 minutes left to go in the ball game from their own 20. Drive the ball all the way down to Southern's 23-yard line. Missed the field goal. You have it final. 30-28, Southern takes the win over Grambling, secures their second straight Western Division title. They'll go to Lorman, Mississippi a week from today to face off against Alcorn State for the right to go to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. Ladarius Skelton, second year in a row, Bayou Classic MVP. Coach Odoms, Coach Pete Richardson just hoisted the Bayou Classic trophy for the Jaguar faithful. Explosive game, exciting game, and we had you covered.
All right, everyone, that's it for the No Huddle. I'm Tolly Carr. On behalf of the entire crew, we'll check you out next time. Enjoy your week, everyone.
Oh my God, this is what Coach Bonner did at Florida A&M, and he still got a chance. I'd say the same thing. You know, it's free education. The social life will probably be the best you'll ever be around. And you play good football. So if you choose to go to an HBCU, that doesn't mean that you're shortening or lessening your opportunity. You're actually adding to it because you're going to take away an experience from an HBCU that you don't get from the larger schools. You know, I went to a large school. I understand the dynamics of both of them.
And the Rattlers are off and going. The one thing they had to do was stop the pass, the air attack of the FAMU Rattlers.
Wide open for 6. Kanan Lamb, 6 points, touchdown Florida A&M. They made it look easy.